small message for the conservation of cheetah. And she has wished all the best for today's program being organized by the International Big Cat Alliance. We have a stalwart in big cat conservation, Dr. Rajesh Gopal, who has been known as the Tiger Man, but he's playing a significant role in conservation of cheetah, and he's heading the Cheetah Committee as the chairman of the committee. So, welcome, sir. I welcome you from the
Thank
core of my heart, and I'm
okay.
sure the international community is looking forward to whatever you're going to share today with us. We also welcome Dr. Govind Bhardwaj, who was the member secretary, National Tiger Conservation Authority, who are actually coordinating the cheetah project here in India. And I welcome you, Dr. Govind, and I'm aware of your good works that you have undertaken for big cat conservation. Your insights, being the director WII, will actually enlighten us in the conservation of cheetah today, the current perspectives, and also the cheetah conservation in the future. I also welcome Dr. Shubharanjan Sen, who is the in charge of the Madhya Pradesh Wildlife Wing, and who has played, continuingly playing a significant role in conservation of cheetah in Kuno. And the success story is all known to us. Yesterday, actually, we have shared a beautiful video, which was shared by Shubharanjan with the permission of Dr. Rajesh Gopal to the international community in one of the cheetah program organized by the NTCA, and it was so warmly appreciated. So please accept our congratulations, Dr. Shubharanjan, and your insights today will also bring about, enhancing our knowledge base for cheetah conservation in India. We also have Mr. Maxwell from Liberia. It's one country where cheetah is lost, I understand, and he will be able to give the situations, what is existing there, and whether they are thinking of what India thought yesterday, that is bringing back cheetah. And if that being so, then we can also think of from the International Big Cat Alliance to help them in this regard. So we are also, sir, very keenly awaiting your experience and that you will be sharing here with us today. And I am going to now extend my sincere gratitude to all the distinguished speakers and the global community who has joined us. I can tell you for sure there are many persons who are attending here in the CITES Conference of Party are also going to listen to what the experts will be sharing, and they will be also perhaps given their thoughts once we start talking to them after the program is over. So on this International Cheetah Day, I think it is time for us to all come together, reaffirm our shared commitment to secure a future where the world's fastest land animal continue to thrive in their natural habitats. I hope today's discussion will help inspire collective action, innovative thinking, and renewed collaboration across regions. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, once again for joining us. I wish you a meaningful and enriching session coming forth. Thank you. And I'm now handing it over to Dr. Kaushik.
Thank you, sir, for wonderfully setting the context. Uh, as Mr. Dasgupta mentioned, we have a small video message from Dr. Laurie Marker, founder and director of Cheetah Conservation Fund, for the IBCA webinar being organized on International Cheetah Day. I would like to request the Secretariat to kindly play the video.
Hi, I'm Dr. Laurie Marker, the founder and executive director of the Cheetah Conservation Fund. It's December 4th. That's International Cheetah Day. I hope everyone around the world helps celebrate. I hope you there at CITES, COP20, will celebrate International Cheetah Day with us as well. Thank you for all that you do to try to help save wildlife around the world. Happy International Cheetah Day!
Thank you, Dr. Lorry, for an encouraging message. We would now start the technical session. We have an excellent lineup of eminent speakers with us today. We'll take up the questions and comments from our participants at the end of each talk. I would also like to request all other participants to keep their microphones mute while the talks are underway. I would now like to invite Dr. Rajesh Gopal as the first speaker. Dr. Gopal is an Indian Forest Service officer with over 4 decades of experience who has transformed wildlife, especially tiger conservation in India. There will be no exaggeration in saying that he is a tiger guru in India. Currently, he is serving as Secretary General of Global Tiger Forum and overseeing Project Cheetah in India as a chairman of Cheetah Steering Committee. Over to you, sir. Good.
Thank you, Dr. Kaushik, for those kind words, and I also thank Dr. Samitra Das Gupta from the Big Cat Alliance for his kind words. Dear participants, it's great to get connected to you all on the Cheetah Day. Now, we have lot many things I'm sure to share on the cheetah front. As far as India is concerned, the effort is concerned, without wasting time, I would say that it not be amounting to an exaggeration. If I say it's globally one of the best thing which has happened and which should have, which should anyway happen for any endangered species, critically endangered species like the cheetah. So, in the contemporary scenario, there is no parallel for an effort like this, which has happened in India, thanks to the Prime Minister of India, our Environment Minister, and the National Tiger Conservation Authority and the Wildlife Institute of India, apart from expert inputs from people like Laurie Marker and others internationally who have been with us with the cheetah effort. Thanks to all of them, this has happened in a big way and is doing very well. It's happening, going on very well. To be very precise, on the 17th of September 2022, cheetahs arrived in India and they were released in the wild. One of the destination, which continues to be the main destination harboring the uh, Bomas complex, is Kuno, and Kuno is a protected area in the central Indian state of Madhya Pradesh. So this is a hub, you can say, as far as cheetah conservation or the reintroduction is concerned in the Indian context. They were brought here and subsequently more additions were done and they multiplied and we lost a few and the number today stands almost 32, out of which 16 are males and 11 are females uh, for sure. And as many as 19 cubs have taken birth here after reaching India. So they're made in India for all practical purposes. Because in the during the formative efforts during those days, we did encounter some problems, and some cheetahs did perish because of that infestation. This is what they were brought from the southern hemisphere, and it took time, obviously, for them to adjust their circadian rhythm and other diurnal patterns, the syncing with the time activity budgeting. So there were some problems, and the rains and other things, so many climatic issues were there. And now, of course, it's going on into the fourth filial generation. And recently, there has been an addition to the population, and 5 more cubs have been born. So it's a good news. And then the government of India, that is the National Tiger Conservation Authority, and the state of Madhya Pradesh, so they have identified some more satellite areas. these areas always, the states already, they were envisioning long back when when the thinking was going on for bringing cheetahs again back to India. So they are there, the states are there, but within the states, it's of course the chief wildlife warden, the guy who is in charge of the whole state in the context of wildlife. He has to take the call. And the government of India, I must admit, it's giving the funding support and truly all kinds of technical support and other inputs, along with the Wildlife Institute of India, the Tiger Cell in particular, and they are doing a great job. And mm, the state, of course, the governance, the day-to-day governance, it's a state subject in India, so the day-to-day administration is vested with the state government. All these things have happened. So far, so good. The coalitions have been formed, and their home range, of course, is bigger than those of the mother with the cubs or the individual male coalitions. Uh, and the cheetahs are intensively monitored. The housekeeping of bomas is done very systematically, apart from belly scoring and other veterinary aspects which go with it. So, what next? The main thing is all so far so good. They are safe now. So what is the strategy for looking beyond the formative years? The strategy, well, it's a landscape level strategy. So the cheetah strategy, based on the long-standing experience of India in handling tiger, the wild tigers under Project Tiger since 1973, and very successfully because India has the maximum number of tigers in their source areas. So many practices have been codified, and I mean the rest of it which go with Project Tiger. So it's unparalleled in its as far as the scale and the efforts are concerned. The kind of collaboration which happens between the federal government and the state governments. Well, drawing upon all this tiger experience and the experience which have happened over the years in the context of other wild animals, and the conflicts which happen all around these areas where investment is done with legal background as protected areas, that is parks or sanctuaries or tiger reserves or conservation reserve or community reserves based on a law, the national legislation for wildlife. Uh, for cheetah, two things emerge very prominently. One is an exclusive cheetah agenda, uh, and aggressively complemented by an inclusive effort. Now, next question is, well, if that is a strategy, this needs to happen. Uh, the, the exclusive cheetah agenda, as in the case of tiger, needs to happen in a landscape which subsumes the cheetah protected areas. In our context, in the Indian context, we have the Kuno, where they were introduced, and it has been little bit enlarged. So that's a protected area. We have Madhav National Park, adjoining place, protected area again, little away. We have Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary, where they have been translocated, two of them, three of them. So, subsuming all this and encompassing and spread over 18 revenue districts, we are envisioning a big landscape. Now, this landscape we may call as the cheetah landscape. It's not a small landscape. It's subsuming a lot of revenue parcels and forest parcels. A lot of people are there, the rural people, their land users, and so on and so forth. So, broadly put, what are we going to do here? As I said, the cheetah agenda exclusively devoted to cheetah will happen in these hubs like Kuno, the Gandhi Sagar, and so on. And then the inclusive agenda, keeping in mind the cheetah requirements relating to interface, will happen in the revenue parcels which are beyond the portals of these hubs, these protected areas. So while on this, you have to do so many things. You need a governance architecture fine-tuned with the mandate which which requires coordination with district authorities on a 24/7 basis. You need anti-protection strategies, you need rapid response teams, and the rest of the 18 or 19 things are there. So, dear participants, we are envisioning this, and Wildlife Institute of India is the main agency, nodal agency. So, the National Tiger Conservation Authority, the State of Madhya Pradesh, their officials, and the Wildlife Institute of India, with input from other expert agencies, will come out with this master plan. And this is the future strategy for cheetah. Thank you so much.
How do you do? Okay. So when I get the contract, I getting our paper again.
Aditya, please mute all others. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you, sir, for an insightful talk. Uh, I would now like to invite questions for Dr. Gopal.
No, phone meeting,
Sir, there is a question for you.
Yeah.
How do you envision cheetah conservation in India down the line 50 years?
How do you, I may repeat the question if I got it correctly. How do you envision cheetah
Sir,
conservation in
how do you envision cheetah conservation in India down the line for 50 years?
Yeah.
for the next 50 years? Yeah. This is a very
Yes.
good question. For the next 5 decades, we certainly we have to envision. It's a very good question. And that is what exactly we are up to. So the kind of transformations which we have seen in these landscapes, given the tiger experience in the last 50 years, so the landscape scenarios have changed. Now this change is happening because of stressors. And what sort of stressors have anthropogenic stressors, and we have a little bit of stressors on account of natural calamities. And then the stochastic events over which we have no control. And you can put the natural ones in that category. Both these stress factors are in unison impacting the landscape, whether it is a forest landscape, including the cheetah protected areas or tiger protected areas, whether it is a non-forested urban or rural landscapes, all these are impacted and they are in an ongoing process of transformation. And we see this as the landscape dynamics. So the landscape dynamics is revealing what would be the future of these cheetah landscapes in the next 10 years, 50 years, or 100 years, because we have reconstructed what was their situation in the past and how in 200 years things have changed in the GIS domain. We have done that for the tiger. So over the years, we lost the species in 92 districts. So we are doing a similar thing for the cheetah, and we can extrapolate and use these metrics to envision the landscape scenario for the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. So while once we envision that, we can do what sort of anticipated advanced actions are called for, whether it is mitigatory in nature or sort of a precautionary in nature for years to come. So these would be the overarching rationales for coming out with a futuristic strategy. The fragmentation analysis in the GIS based on remotely sensed data will tell us lot many things about the metrics will teach us a lot for doing the scenario modeling. Thank you.
Sir, there are a couple of more questions for you. One from Siladitya Shah. What are the features or behavioral patterns that ensure smooth adaptation rather Indianization of the African cheetahs in current habitat. How the free-ranging cheetahs deal with occasions like crossing rivers, working on busy urban roads with human habitation.
But I mean, I'll try to do my best to answer this question. Well, they swam, they are swimming, they are running, they are while sticking to their coursing habitat. They are runners, so they have adapted very well. And the niche partitioning with leopards, this has already happened. I think, as far as my update goes, till date there has been no internecine combat with a sympatric predator like the leopard. So that's a great thing. Otherwise, there are instances in elsewhere destinations where leopards devour cheetahs. So that kind of a situation, I have no knowledge about whether such a thing has happened. So I don't think it has happened. So that highlights the kind of adaptation, spatial adaptation vis-a-vis food niche has happened, the reproductive shelter niche that has happened. So this is one way. So they have adapted to the habitat, to the availability of welfare factors, and they have adapted to the disturbances. I feel, presume, in the context of the pastoral pressure and the stress which emanates in the periphery of the Kuno. So far, very few livestock depredation has been seen. Bulk of the predation is happening on the natural prey base. So they have adapted very well, and there are hardly any more infections on account of climatic changes here in Kuno, the new regime vis-a-vis the old ones from where they came. The new generations which are born here, they look pretty fine, and they are completely adjusted to the situation here. So by a few more, after a few more filial generations arrive, I think there won't be any problem. And on a day-to-day basis, the cheetahs I have got very much fine-tuned to the new dynamics of Kuno landscape, to the Indian dynamics which is there. That means a lot of sympatric species, the herbivores, the carnivores. In a sea of other land uses with pastoral pressure. Yes,
Sir,
please.
we'll take the last question for you. That is from Imran Siddiqui. There are many large tracts of scrub or savanna kind of landscape with prey like black buck in Andhra Pradesh. This was previous range of cheetah. In fact, the places where cheetahs were there just before independence, and human population densities are quite low. Can we think of reintroduction of cheetah in these areas?
Of course, yes. That's an excellent thing, what you have suggested, what he has suggested. And I'm sure, that state is already figuring in that list of future destinations. And he's right. Cheetahs were there, and other parts also, nearby areas, right up to Satyamangalam in Tamil Nadu. So these are destinations where future action should happen for bringing back cheetah, and they were there before getting extinct. So it's a very good suggestion and a question. I agree with him.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your insightful perspective on this occasion. I would now like to invite Dr. Gobind Sagar Bharadwaj as the next speaker for the webinar. Dr. Bharadwaj is an Indian Forest Service officer with over 30 years of experience in management policy formulation. He held several important portfolios, such as Member Secretary, National Tiger Conservation Authority, and Management Authority for CITES India. Currently, he is serving as the director of the Premier Wildlife Institute of India. Dr. Bharadwaj is also an avid wildlife photographer whose images have been published in many journals and magazines of international repute. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Kaushik. Good evening to all of you. Namaskar, Pranam. This is on the eve of International Cheetah Day. Respected Dr. Rajesh Kumar Saab, Dr. Smita Das, and all the participants who have joined through this webinar. First of all, I take an opportunity to thank IBCA, especially Dr. S.P. Yadav and who is the DG of International Big Cat Alliance, and Dr. Smita for inviting me to share thoughts of WII with respect to cheetah conservation, cheetah introduction in India. May I share one small presentation on the screen, Dr. Kaushik?
Yes, sir, definitely. Please go ahead, sir.
Can you see? Is it visible to all?
Not yet, sir. I think,
Yes, sir.
yeah, it is now visible, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay. So, as far as this journey is concerned, it's 3 years of cheetah in India. If we talk about that's how we brought cheetah back to our country. Dr. Rajesh Gopal has already covered many of the points. Just flag some of the points that we have made. The first question is why we need cheetah recovery plan in our country. It's a flagship or umbrella species for this savanna or open woodland system that we call it as once landscapes, that is open natural ecosystem landscapes. So it's an only extinct animal in independent India. That's one reason. Second is it's our moral and ethical reasons for restoration of our natural heritage that we lost from in 1950s. We do have political will, and even the Supreme Court, Honorable Supreme Court, has given its green signal to go ahead with this project. And of course, it's one of the objectives for this project is for potential for ecotourism to benefit local community livelihoods through recovery of such period landscapes. Although journey was was of 3 years, it's a long journey. How we brought cheetah from Namibia and South Africa. 8 cheetah were brought from Namibia and 12 from South Africa, and from these 20 number of founder population, there were our 21 were born in India, and as on today, after observing some of the mortality of our cheetah in our landscapes, as on today, we do have 32 cheetahs in our two landscapes. One is in the Kuno landscape and in Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary, both in Madhya Pradesh, that is Central India. If we see out of 29 cheetahs are in Kuno landscape and 3 in Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary. And among 21 Indian born cubs, these are surviving as of today. 5 are females, 11 are males, and 5 are of sex very unknown. These are recently cubs which have been produced from one female that was born in its life. So this is the journey of cheetah brought to our country. And it was in September 2022, first batch of 18 cheetahs from Namibia were brought to National Park. And subsequently, these were shifted to large closed natural areas called CNS and later sec. And later, another batch of 12 cheetah were brought from South Africa, and they also arrived to Kuno National Park. And subsequently, in the month of March 2023, these were released and Namibian cheetahs into free-ranging conditions. And first cheetah was born during that period only. In April 2023, South African cheetah was shifted to closed natural areas. And subsequently, these were released in the month of May into free-ranging conditions. Again, whilst observing some mortality, these were brought to these closed natural areas for very strict monitoring. And again, these were released in the month of October 2023. Subsequently, and with the addition of some 3 liters of 2 Namibian, 1 South African cheetah female in the month of between the months of February to May 2024. And again, from October 24 to March 25, an additional 1 liter was added. And as on today, in the month of November 2022, we are having 32 cheetah. This is a very small journey. So if you see the habit space, how these cheetah are using the space. Can you shift this? We do have home ranges of free-ranging cheetah in Kuno. These solitary females. Solitary females do have 47 square kilometer, and we have also recorded a home range of more approximately 7,000 square kilometer of a female having cubs. And cheetah, if we compare it with the other cheetah range countries, it varies from 50 square kilometers to approximately 5,000 square kilometers. That's based on one paper published. And as far as habitat selection is concerned, these free-range cheetah and Kuno landscapes are using matrix of habitats, including Senegalese category forests, dry, mixed decidual forest, open natural ecosystem, that is savanna and grassland, and even Boswellia and Terminalia pendula forests. In other cheetah range countries, they occur in very diverse habitats from hyper and semi-desert to savanna woodland, dry forest, and dense vegetation. Based on one study that was conducted in 2015. If it's a survival rate, that varies from place to place, and we see the Kuno. In Kuno landscape, in the first year, it was 70%, and it was more than 87% and during the second year. And even the adult cheetah survival rates in other cheetah countries we compare, that ranges between 0 to 85%. So even our studies based on reports of Jhala and other colleagues, they envisioned and the action plan of reintroduction cheetah that was only 50%, but we recorded its survival rate between 1 to 70% and up to 80% the second year. As far as predation is concerned, and predation means the kill rate. The kill rate of free-range cheetah in Kuno varies from 2.5 to 7.3 days per kill. And the kill rate of other free-range cheetah in other countries varies from 1 to 7 in other countries based on from studies. And if we look at the prey preference, cheetah was the most preferred, it was observed the most preferred prey. And we have observed out of 228 kills, cheetahs, 187 wild pigs, for sambar, nilgai, hare, foreign antelope, chinkara, and blackbird. These are the closed natural areas. So why we are putting our animals in CNS closed natural? Because they are very, very large natural areas, more than 600 hectares, and which are having abundant wild prey and enabling hunting in natural surroundings and with the safe environment which these animals are going to face when they are going to release from enclosures. These closed natural areas facilitate physiological and behavioral acclimatization. That's very important for these cheetahs because they are having brought from outside, and for acclimatization to local climatic regimes and novel biological stresses, including exposure to unfamiliar insects, ectoparasites, disease, and allergic bites, which are totally different from their origin. And if we see the movement pattern, average movement pattern of cheetah between we have observed from 2024 to 25 to approximately 270 kilometers. And as Dr. Rajesh Gopal has already pointed out, then what next? What will our future plans? So now Wildlife Institute of India, along with the GTF and the state forest departments of Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, they are preparing a landscape level approach for our coming decades. Not only a landscape level approach, but we believe it's a greater spatial temporal approach. We need to see what's going to happen after 10 years or 15 years not only with respect to forest and cheetah population or other co-predators or sympatric species, but also with respect to human infrastructure, anthropogenic interferences, and other pressures that's going to face in coming future. And we are also having other sites, potential sites, as we are also planning to bring more cheetah from other countries, including Botswana. We do have negotiations. We have already selected some of the individuals in that landscape, and these are some of the sites which are potential sites for our cheetah, developing cheetah mega population. Not only these, we are also looking for other sites which are having potential for having cheetah. So thank you all. Thank you very much, and happy International Cheetah Day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing a wonderful perspective. I would now like to invite questions for Dr. Bharadwaj. Sir, we have a question for you. Uh, can you please uh, inform us the role of robust science and monitoring behind the success of Cheetah project in India?
So from that very initial years, since 2022, if we talk about role of science, even these sites were selected on the basis of robust science only, based on the data of prey base of that landscape. And it's only and it's the Wildlife Institute of India who is having a regular monitoring of all these animals, including the utilization of space, how they are behaving on these landscapes, and how we are improving our inputs. Not only this, it's based on the findings of science, the habitat suitability of not only Kuno landscape, but also Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary. These were worked out, and on the basis only these the cheetah individuals were brought to that landscape. And as far as modern science is concerned, we are monitoring each and every animal through radio satellite tracking, and observing the kill pattern, the other observations, and also monitoring other sympatric predators, including leopards and hyenas and other animals which may or may not be are a potential threat for cheetah. Those WIA scientists are already on the job, or based on their robust science, working with the Forest Department and IBCA.
Thank you, sir. There is another question. How do you envision role of Wildlife Institute of India in the global cheetah recovery in future?
See, reintroduction of cheetah is not only a part for our country; it is going to contribute globally for the cheetah conservation. WI is always working not only with the State Forest Department, but is also having collaborations with the other countries in other cheetah-rich countries. So it's countries dialogue and monitoring and having the peace exchange program.
Thank you, sir, for sparing your valuable time with us. I would now like to invite Mr. Maxwell Naunore as the next speaker for the webinar. Mr. Maxwell is currently serving as Chief Park Warden with Forestry Development Authority of Liberia at Kran Bassa Proposed Protected Area. He has long-term experience on forest and protected area management and community participation for conservation. He is also serving as national focal point of IBCA for Liberia. Over to you, Mr. Maxwell. You're on mute. You're on mute. You have to unmute yourself.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, yes. Yeah. You are audible and visible. You are again got muted. You again got muted. You have to unmute yourself.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah. Yes, please unmute. Please, yeah. Please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself. Secretariat, can you
Then
please intervene?
cut दिया। हाँ हाँ
Yeah, please speak, Mr. Maxwell.
Hello, are you getting me now?
हो रहा है।
Yeah. Good.
Okay. All right. So in Liberia is in the morning hour. I show in India is in the afternoon. So I would like to say good.
Mr. Maxwell, we are not able to hear you.
Yeah, but
You can turn off your video
hello.
so that you can receive some good bandwidth.
Maxwell, you can turn off your video so that you can save a little bit bandwidth. And please unmute yourself. Yeah. Yes, please carry on. Unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself.
Hello. Are you hearing me now?
Yes. Please carry on.
Yeah. So sorry. Issue about the internet. Yeah. So there's a network issue. So sorry. So can I still do video? Hello, sir.
Yes.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
So I
Yes,
can speak.
please share.
I'm saying today, thank program. So my name, those of you who don't know me, I'm the current wildlife officer for the Forestry Development Authority. So my role as a wildlife officer, we talk about all the wildlife issues as it relates to Liberia. So as we observe the International Day of Cheetah, I would like to thank the host for the invite, and also as we observe the cheetah, what is true that of the 7 global species of the big cat in Liberia, globally, we boast of the leopard is a lion. But as it relates to cheetah, currently we don't have cheetah in Liberia, we don't have it in our wild, but I think with the IBCA, we can work on issues like having a memorandum of understanding to introduce cheetah back into our wild. But as we observed today, there are key issues we need to look at. The cheetah on the ICN is a vulnerable species. And being a vulnerable species, they have been threatened globally. I think the current statistic of the cheetah is that there are 7,000 estimated population globally. And with this 7,000, they have issue of habitat rights and the issue of human-wildlife conflict. So as we join colleagues around the world to observe International Cheetah Day, I want to say that cheetah have a lot of importance. One, it have some economic value, issue of ecotourism. We use cheetah. So funding from this area can help develop rural community in terms of sustainable livelihood and other issues. So as we observe this day, join the IBCA and other organizations globally, I would like to first thank the IBCA and all other organizations that are part of this global initiative, so that will help create more awareness on this day, the issue of awareness through the social media, through our communities, and through the big house responsible for forestry matter in India, so that we create more awareness and create and conduct more research for Liberia. We don't have why it should have the leopard, but I think it is important. Why we talking about big cats, but it's good that we conduct some biodiversity based on study and know some of the animals population. So as a wildlife officer, directly to give you the population of even the leopard is an issue or challenge. But today, as we observe the big cat day, I think it is important that we join the big cat family, the IBCA, and all other organizations in protecting big cats. And as a way of moving forward on this day, I think it is good that we join hands with each and other so that the issue of big cat will be a priority issues globally, not just Liberia, what the children have. But I want to join the family and join other families around the world so that we protect our cheetah and being one of our important species of the cat. So I would like to submit here. Hello.
I- yeah, thank you, Mr. Maxwell. Uh,
Okay.
uh, what? Thank you very much for sparing your valuable time. We'd love to connect with you and explore how IBCA can assist in it with you. But what is your perspective? Like how the organization like IBCA can help in recovery of big cat population in Liberia?
Yeah. So yeah, thank you. So my organization, like I was just discussing it with my boss about this webinar, and he says it's a good idea. But I think years back I noticed India and India got some cheetah from South Africa, I think Namibia and Botswana. So in Liberia we will do similar thing to develop it, but in doing that we have to do some biodiversity based on study. But first thing is a welcoming news by the Forestry Development Authority that the big cat will be thinking that direction so that we introduce what we're going to introduce that into the wild. We also have some savannah area in Liberia that we're going to involve into that initiative. But that will just be with a memorandum of understanding between the big cat and that the Forestry Development Authority in Liberia.
Thank you, Mr. Maxwell, for your valuable comments and uh, interventions. Thank you very much. Uh, our last speaker, Mr. Subranjan Sen, is not able to join today for his engagement involving releasing of cheetah in Kuno. However, he is kind enough to share a beautiful short video from Kuno. I would like to request the secretariat to kindly play the same. Thank you, Secretariat. With this, we come to the end of the technical session, and I would now like to invite Dr. Amit Malik, Director of International Cooperation at IBCA, to deliver his concluding remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Kotrick. Very good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the International Big Cat Alliance, it's truly my privilege to extend our heartfelt gratitude for all those who have contributed and have participated today, and for the success of this webinar, which we just had. And definitely, I think the insights which we got from all the speakers and the conservation efforts being made for cheetah conservation, which was discussed today on International Cheetah Day, is truly befitting. At the very outset, we are deeply honored by the inspiring message from Dr. Laurie Marker, the founder of Cheetah Conservation Fund, Namibia. Her lifetime dedication continues to guide global efforts and enrich our collective understanding. Thank you very much, Dr. Laurie. And I think it's been a great message for all of us, and you have been always a guiding factor as far as even the Project Cheetah of India is concerned. I express a sincere appreciation to all the distinguished speakers. To start with, Dr. Rajesh Gopal, the Secretary General, Global Tiger Forum, and also the Chairman, Cheetah Project Steering Committee, for his very insightful, overarching talk, which clearly explains the not only the conservation of a cheetah, which is happening on in the present day, but also the landscape plans and the forward plans for cheetah conservation in India. Thank you very much, sir, for your very insightful talk which you gave. I would also like to thank Dr. Govind Bhardwaj, the Director, Wildlife Institute of India, for his insights into the scientific management, the way cheetah management aspects is being looked at, and the role of the Wildlife Institute of India and other experts and the states in taking forward the Project Cheetah, and the successes so far are truly inspiring, and do give us whispers of hope for such a project to take shape, and also what India could do in future for recovery programs of cheetah elsewhere across the globe. I would also like to thank Mr. Maxwell for giving insights from Liberia, and definitely as a country, because you're also a member of the IBCA, and we look forward to also associate and bring in the best kind of expertise which would be required in the country, and modalities of the future of cheetah management and other big cat management in Liberia can also be worked out. Thank you very much for your remarks as well. Dr. Shubharanjan, who is actually the Chief Wildlife Warden of the state, and oversees the project, especially in Madhya Pradesh, and as well as at the whole of the adjoining states in terms of coordination. Thank you very much for the very lovely snapshots which we saw. on the cheetah mothers and the cubs, which are very rare to see otherwise. Thank you very much. I would like to thank all those who have joined today for this webinar, and also especially Dr. Kaushik and Mr. Soumitra Dasgupta for his opening remarks and setting the context, and my colleagues in IBCA, Dr. Tamali, Aditya, and others. So for making this webinar a great success. Truly, we would continue to reaffirm and share commitments for the conservation of cheetah, and would definitely strive to make our kind of effort to with collaboration, international collaboration for all big cats. And together we can actually uh, build resilient ecosystems, and would definitely be working. And before I conclude, thanks once again to each one of you, and we look forward for a continued support from all our collaborators, partners, experts, not only from India, but from across the globe and from all the range countries across. Thank you very much, and again, greetings on International Cheetah Day, and have a very good evening ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Malik, for aptly summarizing today's webinar. On behalf of IBCA, I once again thank today's esteemed speakers and participants for sparing their valuable time to make the webinar successful. I would also like to thank Dr. Tamali and Mr. Aditya from IBCA Secretariat for assisting in organizing this webinar successfully. Let's reaffirm conservation of cheetah and let cheetah live forever for generations to come. Thank you. Good.
Thank you.